All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and highest honors to Yahweh, just the name of the Heavenly Father in Paleo Ancient Hebrew, and Yahweh Shai, the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, his name in Paleo Ancient Hebrew. Double honor to the apostle elders, a great millstone that rule well, and salutations to you brothers that preach, teach, and prophesy this word in truth and sincerity, as we put our lives on the line in these last days to bring you this raw and this uncut truth. It's the brother Ariaga from the Grand Rapids, Michigan camp here with another nifty lesson. All right. Got to watch what you eat. Had to do it. Um, it's the annual, what I'm saying, watch what you eat lesson. Because there's always some new information coming out about this shit they call drugs or food, these drugs they call food, and how it's continually destroying us. All right. But then the Lord said that our bread will be polluted. All right. Our bread is polluted in this place, We shall eat what do you say? We should drink gall, eat polluted bread, and it's loosely translated in the scriptures. All right, this place is just man. I mean, if you ever think that they wasn't trying to kill you, you turn around and look at the food as an example, you still not convinced, it's a wrap for you, man. All right, it's just some things that you obviously aren't meant to see. But this right here is definitely a weapon. They have weaponized what you call food. And by doing so, it's giving them the advantage of creating all these designer diseases that you see today and chronic illnesses that are easily treated, but people don't want to change their palate and stop eating certain things. And in the end, it causes all this extra inflammation, weight gain, especially with obesity, morbidly obese, because you are addicted to it. And then they had the nerve to look at a crackhead and talk shit like, you 400 pounds, you can't say nothing like that. You on a direct opposite scale, but y'all both have one thing in common. You are drug addicts, straight up. And so, one person like to smoke it, the other person like to eat it. Either way, it comes down to this. The things that you put in your body, if you're not aware of what they are, the whole point of this lesson is to introduce you to them because it's something changing every day. So when the Spirit put it on me to go ahead and get into these food videos, that's just like hypocrisy said, let your food, what does it say? Let your food be your life and life your food, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, it's a father, one of the fathers, founding fathers of medicine. All right. And you get life from your food, or at least you're supposed to. So you're either going to get life from your food or you're going to get death from your food. He also said life begins and ends in the stomach. Because if you are a victim to basically eating all of these different dainties, as the Bible will call it, greasy foods and this poison, then you are subject to a slow death from rotting from the inside out. And I say rotting because a lot of this, especially this this designer meat that they have, this poison meat, it stays in your colon, and it makes it impacted, and it goes nowhere. Slows down your metabolism. Then all the chemicals that are just sitting there in your lower and then your intestines creeps out of this old food as it begins to ferment, and the crap that's in you in general just sitting there in your intestines compacted, and it begins to decompose inside of you. All right, because it didn't go through the full process of digestion yet. This is what they do. And then the chemicals from that already putrefying meat. It also turns into the harmful chemicals that are within it, that are bred within these chickens and these cows and shit, and pigs, and it seeps through your cell walls, through your intestinal walls, and it gets into your blood. But when it gets into your blood, it contaminates you from head to toe. It's also called leaky gut syndrome. All right. So let's go ahead and let's introduce you to some of these new designer drugs.
Chicken we eat could be worsening or even causing bladder infections. ABC's Jim Avila has the results of a joint investigation by the ABC News and the Food and Environment Reporting Network.
The bathroom.
It could be called America's most persistent pain.
Are you having these symptoms right now? Yes. You again?
8 million women, including 29-year-old Adrienne LeBeau, suffer from bladder infections.
It feels like I have some type of infection that just...
I'm gonna say shit off rip. You see that double chin? Shit, she love eating that chicken. Probably eat a lot of fast food, Popeyes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Chick-fil-A, things like that. So she's a victim to her appetite, man.
Won't go away.
Infections that now occur more often and last longer because, according to a growing number of medical researchers worldwide, superbugs resistant to antibiotics and growing in America's favorite food, chicken, are being transmitted to humans in the form of E. coli.
We're finding the same or related E. coli in human infections and in retail meat sources, specifically chicken.
If the researchers are right, what's new here is this is compelling evidence of a direct link between the pervasive, difficult-to-cure human disease and the antibiotic-fed chicken we buy at the grocery store.
What this new research shows is that we may in fact know where it's coming from. It may be coming from antibiotic use in agriculture.
The FDA says 80% of all antibiotics sold in the United States are fed to livestock, even healthy chickens, to protect them from disease in cramped quarters and to help them grow bigger, faster.
We're particularly interested in chickens. They, in many cases, are getting drugs from the time they were in an egg.
The chicken industry says there could be other factors, overuse of antibiotics by humans, and no study has proven that a superbug from poultry transfers directly to a human. But researchers point out...
In other words, that whole hype that they have surrounding the bird flu, somehow this sickness transfers over to cows and shit. So chickens with the bird flu is able to give a bird flu to a cow and humans. It doesn't make any sense. You don't see chickens catching parvo from dogs and shit. You know, a lot of these things are something that's specific to the genome of the beast that it's inhabiting. You know, because they have a different DNA structure. You don't see a fucking bird catching HPV. You know what I'm saying?
Study like that cannot be done. It's unethical. And there is persuasive evidence, they say, that chicken carries bacteria with the highest levels of resistance to medicine. Did you think, I'll go to the doctor and it'll be cured?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
And what did you find out?
Oh, it was cured for a little while, and then it comes back with a vengeance.
The epidemic of urinary infections in this country is not only painful for millions of women, it is expensive. The cost of treatment, because not just one course of antibiotics works anymore, has risen to more than $1 billion a year.
Chicken we eat could be...
That's why you women, man, a lot of these women, man, they love, especially these black women, they love eating lots and lots of meat. Okay? I see that a lot, man. They be fucking some Buffalo Wild Wings up, bro. And I say especially black women because when I look at the cultural difference, I see a lot of Edomite women. They'll be eating salads and kale and shit. Not saying they don't do that either, but I will say this: our women are some of the most obese people on the planet. Jake in general, our men and women, but especially our women, because they love them dainties, boy. They love them treats, man. All right. Excuse me. This is let's see. This is Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiasticus 37. Nope. Let's start at 36. Ecclesiasticus 36 and 18. The belly devoureth all meats, yet is one meat better than another. Right now, all of these meats are contaminated, man. You know, but there's still other meats that are better than some other ones, like lamb. Once again, you know, watch where you get it from, but all of them still have different antibiotics and growth hormones. They don't have as much as chicken because, like they said, chicken is most susceptible to, you know, being resistant to these strains, to these different bacterias, and not resistant but susceptible to them, right? It's Ecclesiasticus 36 and 19. As the palate tasteth diverse kinds of venison, so doeth an heart of understanding taste false speeches. All right, and excuse me, so doeth an heart, which is your mind. It goes back to the Hebrew word love of understanding false speeches. And one of the false speeches I remember growing up, I used to teach you about, you know, the food pyramid, how great it's supposed to be for you, when in all reality, one of the leading causes, that misinformation was one of the leading causes to the obesity levels that we see now. It's ridiculous, man. It says, for all things, Ecclesiasticus 37 and 28, all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. Everybody don't have pleasure in eating this rancid meat and pork and all of that shit, man. Especially so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives, because it's against our dietary customs. All right, I'm not talking about chicken specifically, but more so on the lines of eating crustaceans and pork. And you wonder why we're in such bad health conditions, because it goes against our dietary laws that the Lord gave us as Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives. Ecclesiasticus 37 and 29, be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. Hey, and I'm serious, man. Our people got a problem with that. I've seen our people eat, you know, chicken and meat with every, like from breakfast sausage and all that shit. Lunch, they might have some Popeyes chicken, or they might have a chicken sandwich, you know what I'm saying? Chicken salad. And dinner, then they had that family meal. You know what I'm saying? They had that goddamn family meal. Is it like 14 pieces of chicken, these drugged up ass pieces, fried ass chicken with the we get 10 biscuits off in that motherfucker. You know, them dry ass starch filled biscuits. And then you get some you might get some coleslaw and some goddamn, you know, some mashed potatoes with the gravy and shit. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit is chemically enhanced, man. Those are those dainties. So be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. And she's sitting up there wondering why she going back and forth to the doctor. Because the doctor was a falsifier, first of all. They're not set up to heal your ass. They set up to treat you. Because if that doctor had any sense, they would have been like, well, what are you eating? Oh, well, shit. They had told her a long time ago, listen, you having all these issues because you keep eating all this damn meat, woman. You need to change your diet. I'm going to put you on this and that. Doctors don't do that. Well, you got to go to a nutritionalist. And you'd be lucky if they even tell you these things, man. Okay? It says, for excess of meats bringing sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choline. Right, and that's surfeiting. Let's look that up.
Surfeit.
It says surfeiting cause someone to desire no more of something as a result of having consumed or done it to excess. I am surfeiting with shopping. And in her case, she is surfeiting with eating chicken. And this is why what happened? Keep getting bladder infections and shit. You know? I mean, it's real bad, especially because it's, when we eat this and it comes out your bodies, women have vaginas or wombs. So whatever you eat, that's coming directly out of you. And trust me, I done had a couple times where I done laid down with a woman and she had some tuna. And usually that'd be in great condition. That box be in great condition. But shit, she had some of that goddamn tuna. Boy, that tuna came coming out of her, man. Getting busted open, smelled like, man. Boy, it smelled like chicken of the sea in that motherfucker. I'm just gonna be honest with you. All right? So you gotta watch what you eat, especially women. CHOLER. Let's see. Choler.
Collar.
No, collar. A medieval science and medicine. One of the four bodily humors identified with bile and believed to be associated with a peevish or irascible temperature or temperament. I said temperature. Damn, excuse me. So irascible temperament, peevish or irascible temperament, anger or irascibility. In other words, you get, a lot of these cats. What happens when they're not able to get access to this meat, these foods? They get pissed off, man. All right. Let's look this word up real quick.
Irascible.
Irascible, having or showing a tendency to be easily angered. And let you step in the way and say, well, you got to stop eating these foods. I'm putting you on a new diet. They're going to get real pissed off at you. Because why? They're accustomed to eating, this type of harmful diet. And it's drugs. Tell a crackhead they can't have some more crack, boy. They're going to snap. What the? Oh, shit. I'm about to spaz out. Yeah. And like it says, Ecclesiasticus 37:30. For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting, right? Insatiable will being choler, right? Or collar. That bile, the buildup of that bile, bile ducts are getting, your body can't get rid of that waste. It builds up more and more, and your body becomes super acidic. Ecclesiasticus 37:31. But surfeiting have many perished. But he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. Yeah, once again, being insatiable, man. Cats being insatiable, especially with their appetite. A lot of cats have died from that. Okay? And then it's not ironic that this happens. Right? Check this out. Oh, well, this goes along with it.
All right, so here's the deal, y'all. Chick-fil-A was just busted for dangerously high amounts of prescription drugs in their sandwich. And Look at all these freaking ingredients. You surely those of you following me are smart enough to know that this is not real food. This is a bunch of complete shit. It's chemicals. It's all kinds of really, really dangerous ingredients that make up this friggin' chicken sandwich. And you know why they do it? Because it's cheap and they save money and they put all these harmful ingredients in the food to preserve it and keep it longer because they want your money. Guys, stop eating fast food. I beg you, stop eating fast food. And for the love of God, please check out the link in my bio. If you want to take your health back, I have all kinds of programs up there. Your life.
Let's look at this shit on this deadly ass chicken sandwich, cuz chicken, boneless, skinless chicken breast with red meat. Say enriched bleach flour. I was just looking at how these enriched and these synthesize. You synthesize. What is it? Additives. These synthesize vitamin additives, right? Like enriched bleach flour. You know, they cause inflammation in the body. Okay, they cause your body to. It throws off your body's pH balance, especially for women. And it also causes a chemical imbalance in your body in a way that it makes your body produce more fat. Okay, slows down your metabolism once again. It throws your body out of whack. Folic acid, riboflavin, fully refined peanut oil. God damn. Pasteurized non-dairy dry milk, pasteurized egg in a bun, and sodium and an anti-foam agent added. God. And you see that when you take your ass to Chick-fil-A, man, that goddamn, man, look, them people, them white people had that, look, they had that whole building surrounded, man. Cars just wrapped around it. Like here, they got like one Chick-fil-A, they got like 2 drive-thrus, and that shit be all, like, motherfucker probably be waiting at least 30 minutes, like damn near an hour just to get some Chick-fil-A, just to get this shit right here. Chloride, potassium sorbate, natural flavors, aka booty beaver booty juice. We learned that a while back. Yes, a gland in the beaver's booty. Soy lecithin. Soy destroys testosterone. Citric acid, potassium iodide. I mean, man, you wonder why y'all so fucked up, you know? You eating this shit and it's destroying you from the inside out, man. And for my veggie lovers, I got something for you right after this. Just myself.
You guys don't find it suspicious that absolutely no one is talking about the amount of food that has been recalled in the US in the last week alone? When I tell you nothing is safe to eat, I mean, this shit is above us at this point. And I find it very weird that no one's talking about it. No news channels. I have heard nothing. I literally had to go and research this on my own. But let me give you some of the things that have been recalled in the US this week alone that could potentially cause cancer or kill you, which is why it's being recalled. So, you know the term fast food can kill you? It turns out it's not just because of the fatty sugars and unbelievable amount of bullshit in it, but now it comes to find out that a lot of soft drinks that fast food restaurants have been using have a product that has a cancer-causing dye. And the brand name is Cola products, and it is used as a base for a lot of sodas, pink lemonades, and things of that nature in fast food restaurants in the US. I don't know what's weirder, the fact that you have heard nothing of this, or the fact that they are not specifying what cola products is and what drinks uses them. But for now, they are saying that it only includes about 4 sodas, which I find hard to believe. But if you look at the headline, it clearly says soda company recalls multiple drinks sold in restaurants across US that contain dye linked to cancer. Bet you didn't know crab meat was recalled. Or how about the 20,000 pounds of beef sold in Oregon and 3 other states that has been recalled? Or the 800,000 units of cream cheese sold under various brands recalled for salmonella. Oops. Just 2 days ago, potatoes were also recalled. Thought you wanted a cucumber? Nope, it's on recall as of 4 days ago. Candy is also on recall by the FDA, of course. Want to season your food? Hell no. Black pepper is on recall for salmonella. Last but not least, bottled water is on recall. So if you are a little thirsty, oh well.
Yeah, one of the things that they also doing is they're taking these foods and, they're making a man-made famine. So they're also contaminating these foods on purpose. Okay, if all of them is contaminated in general, they just using it as a recall to snatch that food back, even if there's nothing wrong with it, so they can destroy it and cause this leading into this man-made famine. Also coming into, time of the mark of the beast, to have access to the small amount of food or drug foods that you've grown accustomed to, what they do with the opioid epidemic. They made it so that I remember for my injuries from the military, they give me like 80 Vicodin. Like, I ain't take that shit, right? I don't like that prescription pills and drugs and shit. I don't like the way they make me feel. So I was never prone into taking them. They gave me like 140, then they cut it down to 80, then they cut it down to 50, right? And on a monthly basis. So what they did was they went through a period of surfing, right? Surfing. And they got people accustomed to taking large amounts of it. Then they cut it and cut it and they cut it. Oh, people are dying. And now people are hooked on it. If they can't get it from the pharmaceutical source, which pharmaceutical goes back to the Latin word pharmakia, which means witchcraft, and they will go to the streets. And all in the streets, they'll be purchasing all of these different drugs to give them the similar effect. Same thing with this so-called food. That's what's going to cause everybody to get pissed off, right? What's that word again?
Irascible.
They're going to get irascible, right? Tendency to be easily angered. How many times I've seen cats get jacked up in the drive-thru? Or incidents that happen in a drive-thru, like crazy shit. Like, bitch wanted, some chicken nuggets, and she went ham because they didn't serve them that late, and she just went ham in the drive-thru, busted the window, and she was acting like a zombie. So I understand they got you addicted to these to take them away from you, to make you, what is that word again? Irascible. Check this out.
Okay, you guys know these sprayers that are at the grocery store? Yeah, they apparently don't just spray water. At a Sprouts grocery store, someone caught this chemical container sitting above the produce department, and it looks like they're spraying their vegetables and fruits with this Produce Max. If you do just a little bit of research on this product, you'll see that it's an antimicrobial, and it's used to preserve the freshness of the produce. You'll also notice that it's made of hypochlorous acid and 99.55% of other ingredients. But what are the other ingredients? You guys, if you're not already washing your produce that you buy from the grocery store, you need to be doing that. However, I am concerned because some fruits and veggies are porous, allowing stuff like this to get into the stuff that you're buying. So do your best, wash your fruits and veggies.
And they definitely don't want you growing your food, because when you do that, you're freeing yourself from this wicked system. Check this out. Then this happens.
Smoke filling the central Illinois sky. This is the Wabash Valley Produce Farm in Farina, Illinois. Illinois State Representative Blaine Willauer posting on social media tonight that everyone at the chicken farm is okay, but millions of eggs and birds are now gone.
There's nothing suspicious going on, just another coincidence. Apparently, we live in a world filled with coincidences, nothing to see here, and if you dare connect the dots, that's misinformation, okay? But yeah, at the same time that we have an egg farm, one of the biggest egg farms in America, up in flames, we also had this news article come out how a farmer must take out $4.2 million chickens after the bird flu hit Iowa egg farm. And overall, 92.34 million birds have been taken out since the outbreak began in 2022. And just so you guys can see down there, this article came out yesterday, May 29th. So yeah, just a coincidence, guys. We have that article come out yesterday, and then this happens today. Now, I'm sure if you've made it this far in this video, you know what's going on. But I cannot say what's clearly going on to those who have understanding, because if I did, this video would be taken down because it would be deemed misinformation. We can't allow misinformation out there, can we? But yeah, to those who know, you know what's going on. But to those who do not know, just go ahead and believe this is all a coincidence.
Right, because if you sit back and you are willing to believe that this is all a coincidence, they can convince you to do any goddamn thing, man.
In this video, he speaks the truth about grocery store meats. Make sure you watch it to the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
I get a lot of questions sometimes, like when people buy our meat, they're like, well, I opened it up and it's not red. Why isn't it red? And the reason is because the only way to keep it red is they pump gases into the packaging that artificially create a red color. So the meat naturally is never that red. When you cut it and it's first exposed to oxygen momentarily, it will bloom, it's called. It'll redden up just a little bit and then it'll instantly start to brown out unless you pump gases into the packaging for about 10 minutes and artificially create this like red pinkish color. So we get that question a lot. And it's like, they're like, your meat's not fresh because it's brown. It's like, well, actually, it's way fresher. Our meat is brown because 5 minutes later, it turns to that brown color and then we flash freeze it. So you're like eating meat that's like 5 minutes old versus that red fresh meat in the grocery store might be a month old and it's sat like that, but they're using artificial gases in that packaging to create a color that's completely unnatural. So how would people know if is there anything on a package that someone... Oh no, they don't have to declare it. If your packaged meat looks bright red, then it is filled with artificial gases to create that. Meat doesn't look like that. But like no one knows that.
Looks bright red and juicy, but this piece of meat is not safe to eat. Believe it or not, it's been sitting out for 11 days. So how could it still look so fresh? It's because it's being packed and gassed in a special process that most people never heard about, using carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen, which keeps the meat looking fresh and bright red. We left 2 cuts of lamb out at room temperature. One was gas packed, the other no gas. After a few days, the untreated meat turns a dark, unappealing color. But the gas packed meat stays red, even after being left out for 8 days. The only visible sign of spoilage is the package puffing out and a bad odor when opened. We had the meat analyzed in a lab, and it's no surprise that both cuts are loaded with bacteria. The color of the meat doesn't necessarily indicate it's fresh.
In this video, he speaks the truth about grocery store.
Once again, you got to watch what you putting into your body, man. All right. Yeah, you got a lot of our people that fall victim to their appetite so thoroughly. All right. But this is why the Lord prepared us or through the scriptures, man. All right. Because this right here is going to be your downfall. Ezekiel 4:13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And he has driven us into this captivity. And guess what? The Heavenly Father has did exactly what he said he was going to do. We are amongst these heathens, these heathen nations, and our bread, literal bread, and bread as in your food, yalcham, is defiled, dog. I mean, damn, bro. Had everybody out here thinking that damn pink color. I knew it was dyes and shit. And the gas and shit, man. That shit is crazy. All right. This is Ezekiel 16:27. Behold, therefore I have stretched out my hand over thee, and have diminished thine ordinary food, and delivered thee up to the will of them that hate thee. Damn. You think this is an act of love? It's an act of hate, man. Why you think your government been doing this? So these big companies can make more money and at the same time kill off the majority of the population. All right. It says, and delivered them unto the will of them that hate thee, the daughters of the Philistines, which are ashamed of thy lewd way. Right? And the present day Philistines, right? Or the ones that will be in that position right now, all right, is Esau Edom, so-called white man, head of this nation, of the world right now. And you see the condition it's in. It says, behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom. Pride, fullness of bread, and abundance of idleness was in her and in her daughters. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and the needy. And because of these cheap prices, you know, and you know, people able to, now they brought back the $5 menu at McDonald's. I saw on the news. I know that because I read it in the news, not because I eat that garbage. Would never. But nonetheless, you know, it's out here, man. And the more that you know about these things, the more that you can prepare yourself. All right, because if you do not, you will be in a situation in which you're laid out on these hospital beds.
One was gas pack.
With bladder infections and shit. You know, they pumping all kind of new drugs into you like it's gonna work, and it doesn't. And that's just a drug overload for your body, man. Check this out.
Is there sawdust in your food? These guys did an experiment where they took Rice Krispies and they added sawdust at 15%, 33%, 50%, and 100%. What happened at the 15%?
No idea. No way.
What?
I have literally no idea that sawdust is. That's amazing.
Crazy thing is sawdust can be passed as fiber because it's just cellulose. And here's some foods that actually include sawdust or cellulose. Salad dressings, corn tortillas, vegetarian-based soy meats, sour cream. Now, I'm sure a little sawdust isn't going to do anything, but we're being fooled. We look at the label thinking we're getting fiber, but you're getting some indigestible crap, which increases profit margins, reduces costs.
Here's the question. Do you prefer your cheese with or without wood pulp?
What?
Yeah, you heard me right. Some cheeses contain cellulose, which is basically wood pulp. Manufacturers actually add this to cheese for its texture as anti-caking purposes, with certain cheeses even containing up to 10% of cellulose. While some manufacturers might use alternative additives, it's actually best to grate your own. It not only tastes better, but it also melts better. Also, you're avoiding any unnecessary additives. So the consumption of cellulose causes other issues: gas, constipation, and even malnutrition.
Is there sawdust in your food?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm very health savvy and eat correctly. Damn, boy, do I love some motherfucking cheese, man. Woo! Cheese is a mug, man. They over here catch you at every turn. You can't even just go eat vegetables. Nah, man. Okay? Ecclesiasticus 30 and 18. Delicates poured upon a mouth shut up are as masses of meat set upon a grave. Better is the poor being sound than the right. That's just saying your ass is going to die. Delicates poured upon a mouth shut up as are as masses of meat set upon a grave. Straight up, man. You pour that shit onto their mouth, you know, and these you are completely satiated. You know, you love eating it, and you can get a lot of it. And it's just basically eating yourself into submission, into oblivion, man. All right. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 30 and 14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. Ain't no way, man. I'd rather be poor and sound in body than rich and obese, sweating all the time, grease coming out your damn pores and shit. Man. 15th verse, Ecclesiastes 13 and 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. Damn. So there's no point in you getting all this money. I got money though. You just eating crazy? No, man. All right, it's talking about right there. It's better than, like it said right there. It's above all gold, you know, and a strong body above infinite wealth, man. Let's go. It's the 16th verse. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Right, because your heart right there, once again, your mind, you got a sound mind. I mean, you know what the fuck is going on. Your cognitive abilities is, you can think clearly, you know what I'm saying? You can calculate, you know, ain't nothing above that. And your physical heart, man, come on, man. Death, 17th verse, death is better than a bitter life of continual sickness. Amen to that. A cheerful and a good heart will have a care of his meats and diet. Man, you better watch what you consuming. Once again, dog, death at every bite. Eating yourself into oblivion. Death at every bite, man. These are not foods. These are drugs. Pay close attention. Be circumspect. Go alkaline. Do a cleanse. Fast every once in a while so your body can get accustomed to not being caught up in, what was that word again?
Irascible.
Your ass become irascible. Oh, damn, man, I can't get no meat. Don't let, hey, a hungry man is an angry man. Remember that saying. And this is what they're doing. They're working their way over into making everybody a hungry man. So they can be irascible. Start taking each other out. Doing whatever they got to do at the end, those left standing just to get it, which is going to get that mark of the beast. RFID microchip and that Neuralink. All right. So with that, you know what I'm saying? Can't buy or sell, right, without it. You ain't going to be able to eat without it. Getting you ready now. Be circumspect. Take care of yourself from the inside out. Until the next time, I bid you shalom.